What's good, y'all? The OKC Thunder have been one of the biggest surprises of the NBA this season so far. Just a few nights ago, they're coming off of a very dominant win against the Los Angeles Clippers, snapping their 9-game win streak. That gives them a record of 18-8, which puts them at second in the West, only 2.5 games behind the number 1 seeded Minnesota Timberwolves. And they are dominating teams on both sides of the court. As of today, they are only one of 5 teams that are both top 10 in offensive rating and top 10 in defensive rating. It's the Nuggets, the Clippers, the 76ers, the Celtics, and the Thunder. The Thunder happen to be 6th in both offensive and defensive rating, and if you raise the bar to teams that are top 6 in both, it's just them, the Celtics, and the 76ers. They're in elite company right now. And one of the biggest reasons why is their star, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, is a legit MVP candidate this season. Averaging almost 31 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists on amazing efficiency, Shai is dominating offensively while also leading the league in steals. Shai is the offensive engine for this OKC team. Those 31 points per game and 6 assists I mentioned before, those are both career highs for Shai right now. And what makes Shai such an elite offensive player is his efficiency. He's shooting 53% from the field right now, which is a career high for him, and also the best out of all guards in the NBA. And one of the main reasons why Shai is so efficient is because he loves to play close to the basket. You know, his bread and butter is getting to the rim and finishing, or shooting in the mid-range. This season, it seems like he has taken a step in the finishing category, even though he was so good at it in previous years. He's shooting a career-high 70% at the rim right now. Just an elite finisher, one of the best. And the one really hole in his offensive game right now is the three-point shooting. He doesn't really shoot a lot, and he doesn't really shoot efficiently. He's shooting 31% from 3 on the season right now. But that doesn't really bother me because we've seen time and time again Shai be able to knock down big shots. Like in the moment when the team needs a 3, he has hit a bunch of them throughout his career. So it doesn't really bother me too much. Also, he's so efficient in the mid-range and getting to the rim, it doesn't really matter. And a few days ago, I tweeted out something about Shai, which some people could see as a little crazy, but just hear me out real quick. I said, if MJ played in today's NBA, he would be Shai if you added elite athleticism. And I know that sounds so crazy, but hear me out. And first off, I do want to say this is not me talking bad on MJ, not saying that he couldn't play in today's era or whatever. This is really just praising Shai on how good he has been playing. And I first made the comparison because if you look at it, you know, both of them are pretty much the same size at 6'5", 6'6" range. Both elite in the mid-range. They love to get in the mid-range, get most of their offense through those shots. Also great at getting to the rim and finishing. Shai is more of, you know, a finesse finisher. Michael Jordan would just jump over people and dunk on you. That's kind of where the elite athleticism comes in. And then when you look on the defensive end, I mean, I don't think Shai is ever going to win a Defensive Player of the Year, but he is leading the league in steals right now. He is a great defender. So, I mean, I kind of see the comparison. Let me know what you guys think about it. And while Shai is the Thunder's two-way superstar, they might have another two-way superstar in the making. Chet Holmgren has been nothing short of amazing for the Thunder in his rookie season. He's averaging 17 points per game, 8 rebounds, 2.5 assists, shooting amazing from both the field and from 3, and also he's 4th in the league in blocks per game at 2.7. Me personally, I have always been super high on Chet. If you look back on my old videos, you could see that I said he was going to be the best player in his draft class. Now that, you know, obviously he still has plenty of time to really prove that, but that just goes to show how high I've been on Chet. And even with me being so big on Chet, I still thought, you know, his defense would come over, translate amazing. That has done. I thought his offense would take some time to really, you know, develop in the NBA. No, he came in and he is just straight hooping. He's their second leading scorer, only behind Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and I cannot stress enough how insane his efficiencies have been. 53% from the field, 38% from 3, and 88% from the free throw line is absolutely unheard of from your rookie center. And he just gets his buckets in all different ways. He operates in the mid-range. He has a great post game. He's a lob threat. He can do pick and roll, pick and pop, ISO game a little bit off the dribble. He can literally do absolutely everything. There's little to no holes in his offense. And the crazy part is, his defense is even better. I don't say this lightly when I say this, but he is already one of the best rim protectors in the entire NBA. I mentioned previously his 2.7 blocks per game ranks 4th, and in total blocks, he's 3rd in the league. He is up there with the best of the best right now. He will jump with absolutely everyone. You know, he's already got dunked on a few times in his short NBA career, but that's fine because he is just racking up the blocks. He doesn't care about getting dunked on. He just cares about protecting the rim at all costs. While I was looking at different stats preparing for this video, I found something that was really interesting. Chet is more likely to get 4 or more blocks in a game than to get 0 blocks in a game. Out of the 26 games he has played in the NBA, he has 7 games where he has at least 4 blocks or more, and he only has 4 games where he's had 0 blocks. It doesn't stop there for the Thunder though. They have plenty of other guys that are contributing to their success. And just to look at the stats of a few of them, we have Jalen J-Doe Williams, who's averaging 17 points per game for the Thunder. Lou Dort is having an incredible shooting season while also keeping up his defense. Isaiah Joe has been a great 6-man for them, and their rookie Cason Wallace has exceeded all expectations. I want to start by talking about J-Dub. After an incredible rookie season last year, this season he has really just solidified himself as the Thunder's 3rd best player. He's the Thunder's 3rd leading scorer, just barely behind Chet Holmgren. He just loves to get to the basket, finish. He's great in transition, amazing, loves to run out there. And then his defense with his long 7'2" wingspan just really mucks up a whole lot on that perimeter. And speaking of perimeter defense, Lou Dort has been their guy. No matter who they're playing, he picks up their best perimeter player. It could be Steph Curry one night, it could be LeBron James the next night, it could be Jason Tatum the next night. It doesn't matter, he's going to D up on them. But where Lou Dort really shines for me this season is the fact that he has taken a step back on his offensive role, and it has helped him out a whole bunch. It's a little bit of the less is more theory. Shout out to Pee Wee the Plug right there. I don't think it's a coincidence that he's shooting a career high from the field and a career high from 3, while also shooting the least amount of shots from both since his rookie season. Next up, there's 6-man Isaiah Joe. He has been just an incredible spark plug off the bench for the Thunder. There's times where he'll just check into the game and just immediately start draining threes one after another. And I know I was just praising Lou Dort for how well he's shot from 3 this season, but Isaiah Joe is their only real volume 3-point shooter, and he's just super important for this team. He adds spacing, he adds scoring. He's just an all-around great offensive player for them. And then last but not least, Cason Wallace, the rookie guard out of Kentucky. He has just been amazing. You know, for Chet, we were talking about super efficient rookies. Cason Wallace is just that. He has limited opportunities, but when he gets those opportunities, he takes advantage of them. You know, he's catch and shoot, knock down from 3. He cuts to the basket amazingly, and he plays defense. That's really those 3 things right now. If you want to make an impact on the court, that's what you got to do, and Cason Wallace is doing that to perfection. And probably the scariest thing about the Thunder is the fact that they have such a boatload of assets that they can use to make this team even better. I went through this whole video without even mentioning Josh Giddey, who I know he's having a bit of a down season right now, and then the off-court stuff that's really surrounding his name. But at the end of the day, he still is a young player, so he could still improve. They can use him as a trade piece. They have a bunch of other guys that aren't even getting PT, like Trey Mann or Pokashevsky. And then they have the absolute haul of first-round picks that Sam Presti has just been collecting throughout the years. This team is really, really scary. I just made a video talking about trades for Lauri Markkanen, and the Thunder have by far the best asset pool to really make a run for that. And if they do end up making that trade, man, I mean, they are one of the favorites to win the West, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think about the Thunder down in the comments, though. Do you think they're too young to really make any noise in the playoffs, or do you think they're going to go far, maybe even win the championship? I probably fall somewhere in the middle of that, you know, but let me know down in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave it a like, subscribe so you don't miss the next one. In the description, there's links to all my social medias, so make sure you follow me on all those to keep up to date with me. Catch y'all.